Hello and welcome to the next episode. In the last one we have pretty much nuked most of the alien invasion army. The Earth is in a bit of a cold phase from that. We have -1 average temperature on Earth from all the aerosols from the atomic weapons. So we do have only a 0.09% negative GDP impact currently from climate, which is nothing. So no climate change, or rather no economy impact from this one for the next year or two, until this one has recovered here. However, the invasion is not yet fully done. We still have to fight these two armies here. I'm trying to do this with the armies that we got. Let's see how that works out. However, I'm going to jump forward a bit, because for this episode we are going to focus mostly on space, assuming that we defeat these two armies and nothing fancy is going to happen from this. So we are going to stabilize again, we are going to fix public opinion at our centers again, and then we have to look outward. What I need to do, or what I wanted to do now, is I made some notes in regards to our resource income in the future. So I calculated how much are we going to get from these three bases, and I saw a problem. So let's check my notes here. From these three we are going to see around 100 water income for volatiles. Not water, I mean, and then around 70 volatiles, and then around 300 metal, and then 8 noble metals, and then around 4 fissile. On the base tech, so no improvements for mining or settlement hubs whatsoever. That's not going to be enough though, because we don't have enough water and probably not enough volatiles long term to support all this. So I decided that I'm going to put down 2 more bases on Mars and later into the asteroid belt, of course, because we only 8 noble metals will be disastrous. We need to get noble metal income, so we are going to search an asteroid that will supply us this later. Same probably for the fissiles, because the fissile income here on Mars is terrible. So also ideally something for water and volatile, but it's going to be harder because Ceres itself is already taken by the aliens. So if we check Ceres or find it, let's see, where are you? There we go. Already the first alien base has arrived. The next ones will probably happen soon afterwards. But Vesta is still open, so maybe we can go to Vesta instead. Let's see. So, back to Mars. I made a decision that we want to take the Sabayer, this one, because we do have a bit of fissile here and a decent water volatile balance here. So the goal is that we get to 150 water and around 100 volatile income. It's not the greatest base, but we do get the fissiles that we are going to need to feed all the fissile reactors that are going to feed the energy to our bases. So this one. And then I also take Elysium. Elysium was, I think, at the bottom. No, it's over here. Because this one, again, has a bit more volatiles here, but it has 4.8. By the way, no, we could go this one instead. This has even more nobles. Why was I blind and didn't see this one? I don't know. 5 volatiles and 8 water are not the key factor here. We want to get more nobles. Yeah, these ones I didn't like because of the low water fissile. Even this one would be similar. I was only eyeing on the noble metals, that was my problem. Could also take this one. No, let's go here. Let's go fastest. There we go. The first mining base will come online in September. So that's not far away now. We could also see if we can... No, we can't make it work because we don't have the boost. I think we are going to wait until September before we drop down the Outpost Mining Complex to save up some boost, because we are also going to need a bit of boost to make new station into Earth orbit. So if we want to found an orbital directly, it will cost us 10. We could also just do the normal platform that will only cost us 1.5, and then we can upgrade with space resources. And that's eventually what we want to do. We are going to get rid of the moon base soon, when the first Mars mining is coming online, to be conservative about mission control here. So we are going to have 5 bases here. We are going to have the space station here on Earth. We are going to make further orbitals around Earth to get to around 30 mission control as soon as possible, as soon as we can afford it. And what we need to avoid, which is very important, we can take out the alien armies without causing any aggression here. That's no problem. But where we have to be careful is that we are not taking out the alien admin itself, because this will generate hate. So ideally we can somehow get China to do it, but no, they are already allied to the US, so the war declaration here is unlikely. But still, maybe there will be a revolution or something later, which we can maybe help or support, but we do need someone with admin for this, and we don't have anyone in our council that is properly supplied with admin, not admin command, I mean. So let's see, do we see it here? No. Let's go here. We have 1, 4, 0, 2, 5. Yeah, so we don't have any command counselor as of now. That's going to be a thing I'm going to invest into, because I think we only need like 15 command to have a decent chance in such a small alien admin to get unrest up for a potential revolution. That's a long-term goal here. And also what I want to focus on after Ivory Tower and National Research Oversight, which are both going to get us 20 and 10%, so 30% total more research from Earth, which is a lot here. Afterwards, I'm going to go into, we can skip this one, Rival Law. No, we are not depending on these techs here. And here we can invest a bit further. So we are going to push these out here. So we are around 1k science currently. You're going to need the settlement mining complex. We are also going to need the solar at the fission reactor array, definitely. I think the solar one we already researched. So next will be the fission reactor array here. Because what we need to do is get our orbitals and settlement hubs on Mars going full with research. To get every bit of research that we can get out of our stations. Because we need to go into a cooperative resolution next. To get the quests going, unlock Best and Brightest. Best and Brightest will be a very critical tech here, giving us 20 mission control and quick learner on all of our counselors. Oh no, only future counselors. Whoa, I thought also existing ones. This makes it worse. Huh. So we want this one relatively quickly off because of the 20 mission control, which will produce science and money for us. So that's good. And then we can also unlock some other faction projects from here, which we are going to need. So that's something I want to rush out before we dive back into global tech a bit. We have decent stuff on the way, and to tier 2 research is quite a path, and we want to use our mission control to make more science, push us out of the backwaters that we currently are. So that's going to be the rough plan here. So now I'm going to jump forward a bit, because we need to fix mostly public opinion and try to defeat the 2 armies that we currently have there. So mining complex next, and then we go into cooperative resolution. And let's hope we can defeat this. There's about an 80% chance to hit us here when it attacks. And we do have about 22% chance to hit the Alien army. Great. So, Yeah, but 5 armies, so the chance that one of them hits is decent. That's why it's already down to 88%, and we are only between 2 to 9% of losses here. In the really worst case, we can still use a nuke here, but I hope we don't. So let's jump forward a bit and see how this all will play out. Okay, so the moment has come that we have to do it again. So the alien armies were fighting us here in Istanbul, and then when we got them weak enough, they retreated and we couldn't follow up. They moved to Bulgaria here, and then Bulgaria got unified into the European Union. And this beamed the alien armies because they didn't have an access agreement. I think it was Poland. And one to Manila, I think it was the headquarters. And yeah. So, now they are back here in Mashhad. Oh, Mashhad? How it's called? Mashhad. And the question is, what do we do? And I think the only solution is again to nuke them. So, let's before we do it, let's check. So we are at 74 atrocities already, and yeah, let's see where we are afterwards. So we have to use one here. Let's see. There we go. One down. Ooh, a theropod. Nice. Oh, Warlock as well. And then the last one. And the armies are gone. So, alien invasion dealt with. Now it's only the alien admin that needs to fall eventually. So let's see, we do have here 81 now. Well, it's not that terrible this time with the public opinion, because apparently it was probably it hit us more here in the first time, second time, or third time. Good. That's the alien invasion armies dealt with. I think I'm going to make peace now here temporarily, and then we are going to start working on increasing unrest if possible. I didn't really get any command orcs as of yet, so that's something I have to chase down before we can continue on that front here. So, but we got arrival markets, which increases the amount of orcs we get here every turn, or every 2 turns, so that's going to help as well. And ideally, yeah, we can get this one more science. Nice. And let's get this one as well somewhere. Like here. Because we are pushing now pretty hard the cooperative resolution. We had 45 from projects and we have 69 from activities and HEP modules here. Which means in total 69%. Nice. And it will finish next year, in about 1 year from now. It will go up further because we have more research modules under construction. We have 1 station under construction here. Second one is getting prepared, as you can see here. I'm going to make a decision what to build here when I have a bit more resources for this. And we also have still to make the mining modules here. But that can wait a second. So let's speed forward and see how we can tackle the next problems we have to face here. Okay, so we are now in April 29. So the game roughly started 3 years ago. And we have been a bit unlucky in regards to getting orcs that we need. So we couldn't build up our command as I had hoped to. I got both the project that increase our orc income here, or availability. And the good thing that came out of that is this one here, Masio. We bought 3 of the... one we already had, but we bought 2 more of the criminal orcs here, which both give a lot of admin, so I was able to move the admin orcs this one had to other agents. There's still another one available, it's +8, so that's insane, but Yeah, we don't have another criminal agent currently. Maybe we are going to buy one later, because with these orcs you can build them up really nicely. And they do get an income most of the time of money, a spoils bonus, and then orcs and influence, most of them. So they are really good to get someone going from the ground. But of course you can't buy admin government orcs or any other government orcs at all. And the most command orcs we have seen so far are always a government orc, so that's not really helpful currently, because most of the good government orcs are behind countries that we do not occupy. So we don't really have a lot of admin. I was able to get 1 to 7, so 6 here, 7 here, but we are still far away from the 15 that we need. So if we for example take Masio here with 6 at command, we would still be at 0% chance here. But we can see here that 24 is the threshold, more or less. We need the project for +2, and we can get it later. And yeah, then with 15, we would be at around 17. With a project 17, maybe we can get a bit more command again, so that we are around 20 of 24, and then we can do public support as well to get the public opinion in our favor, and then we can probably break the alien admin apart, which is still probably a year away from now, which is a problem. It also means that I'm not going to chase down any alien agents that currently are running around on Earth pretty wildly. They're doing stuff all over the place. But yeah, it's fine for now. We can take them out later when we have grappled control of most of everything. Oh, let's buy this one. A bit of extra research can't hurt. And there's something else someone can buy. Only this one. Okay. In regards to research as well, we are up to 1.4k, which is mostly from our research stations here, which have finished up. And in regards to the Xeno research, we are at 100% now, bonus here. So it's finishing up in August by now. And we have then one of the most expensive ones out of the way really early on. And here is our first settlement mining hub here. Wait a second, we didn't need the second one? Oh, interesting. Then I miscalculated a bit. But we can't squeeze in another research module here because they probably don't cost 3, right? It would be funny if we have one from 3 energy that we can squeeze in here. No, we can't. Fine. But the next one we are going to upgrade is going to be now this mining base here, and therefore also like this, and then we probably can... Oh, we can't turn on? Oh, because I now also upgrade this one. Okay, so 26th of April, this base will go online as well. And I think we can afford to also get started here. So let's do it. There we go. And yeah, that's fine. And then on the new ones here that are going to finish later this year as well, oh no, already next month here, we are of course also going to go into settlement mining right away, and also then some research modules here. But this will not change the time frame of this one significantly. Maybe it will go down to early August, but that's all we can probably pull off here. But it's fine. It's pretty good. We are only 3 years in, and we are in a much better state than last time. And also we are not at hate with the aliens here, although we are not contesting space in any way currently, but they also do not have a reconnaissance fleet in orbit as of now. I still need to make one more station soon, which is going to be the main shipyard. So that's going to be probably also at the end of this episode here. So, here we are, end of July. The cooperative resolution is going to finish up here. This means that our biggest issue or headache from the academy projects in the early game are done. And now we can consider what to do next. Also, our research in our stations is almost complete. We are still waiting for the last fissional reactor arrays to finish. And then I think we are going to have about as much science as we had in the best times of the previous attempt. Ooh, interesting. Might consider this one. So I'm scouting some asteroids in the belt. Really, that failed. Seriously. There we go. Cooperative resolution done. We get 40 control point cap. We get a new orc. Let's check it out in a second. We get 100 influence and we get best and brightest here.
We are on a difficult path, Chancellor.
So we are pushing for a peaceful resolution. We will now take some of the minor projects like Alien Flora here. The biology one we need to do. And then probably language afterwards. I might go into autopsy here first. After plants due to the -3 against our control point. So that we are less likely to be targeted by the aliens here. But we definitely need to get biology and then parasites later. But we are going to, most importantly, we are going to get back into pushing global science as well again. So we are not going to take control of one of these slots here, as there is now, because they're basically over. But we are going to try to then maybe control one of the global techs afterwards. So that's going to be the key. So we are 1.8 actually. Pretty good. And do we have luck now? Maybe when I record I have more luck, but no, still no command orc at all. It might be that they are tied behind arrival security and arrival law, for example. So that they are just not yet available in that large quantity, because some stuff is gated behind certain things. And yeah, that might actually be the case. Okay, let's see. We want to go down here. Where are we? Where are we? So we just took national labs is something we can also do already, plus 10% again. We're definitely going to do this eventually. Okay, arrival law is already done. So it's arrival security that we need soonish. We could also do with the unity movements here. That would also be really helpful, which is theoretically available. But we also, of course, want to get into quantum encryption. Bright and best and brightest is available. Yeah, okay, so it could unlock any moment. That's, of course, one we are going to push really hard here.
Ready for my mission.
In general, we do have everything under control here in the Near East. It's all taken by us. Sometimes we lose a control point because either an alien is doing something or some kind of other agent is doing stuff. That's fine. We have transferred Aden here to Arabia, which sadly is a hostile claim though, but still it's one less headache here in Yemen itself. A minor population boost to Arabia here. We also transferred the states here back to Iraq, so we have a larger Iraq in the Turkestan Union now. It's also a hostile claim now, which is unfortunate, but it's a hostile claim in here and no longer a colony in here in Turkey, so that's good. And the hostile claim doesn't hurt too much because the cohesion problem is not really there. Of course, we get a bit of additional unrest from a hostile claim, plus 3.3. But I think eventually we are going to get rid of it if we continue doing unity. Or maybe even government, but who knows. We also prepare Syria to merge with Lebanon here, for which we need to reach 1.6 government score because else we get a hostile claim here, or rather we can't even merge. So currently it's just blocked because of the government score difference. So that's going to take about, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 month investment until it's done. You can see here that we got about 0.4 in total per month. So yeah, 2.5, about 3 probably we should be able to. I also prepared here in the West African bits. I took over Mali to then soonish, when we got control, federate these together and then unify them. I didn't touch any of the others yet, so I do intend to eventually take over Tanzania here and then this claim system, or Nigeria. I'm not sure where to start first, so that's still a question here. But yeah, let's see. Interestingly, humanity first lost control. This one, they had most of that stuff under control, so that's why I let them. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I will intervene then next. We do have a bit of capacity left here, currently around 60. Taking Nigeria would cost us 35, a bit. Yeah, around 35, and then the question is how much is the rest here that would be conquerable. The problem is we don't have an army here, and we cannot currently reach it. So last time we have built an alliance path down here, which was very fragile, and we got an army in Nigeria, and then we started the war from there. I'm not sure I want to do this as of now. Maybe I instead will start down here with Tanzania, because we do have an easier connection through Ethiopia, where we also have an army. I probably should take out Eritrea here and conquer it so that we have this out of the way. Yeah, right, we should do this. Yeah, we should do this. So we need to ally it into our network here. Like this. There we go. And then we probably need military access here, so it also means it's always costly here though. We need to... Okay. We need to move all of this in. Yeah, then we have this one resolved already. Somalia we fixed already earlier by transferring Hageisha back into it. But we then gave it up and Exodus took it eventually. But yeah, we are going to slowly move focus into Africa, and probably Tanzania will be first. And this region here long term will be last. And of course, if we get the Unity technology soonish, then we can actually unite a lot more here with the military force that we can deploy from the Middle East here. That would be the general idea here, because owning a lot of small ones here is highly unstable and not preferred. We want to build larger states that we can control easier, and then unify up, up, and up. Now, to pretty much end the episode, let's wait for the fission reactor arrays to finish here. So let's set up one more mission. So we do need to... We want to get this one.
Ready for my
We
mission.
need to do some public opinions currently.
What's the op?
Here it can't hurt either. So many
We'll
alien
recon the site.
Acknowledged.
things currently again. Oh, nice percentages we can farm here. Ah, yeah, we should also check alien space in a second. So let's wrap it up, see where we are research-wise now, when the last modules are going to finish up. And then we can wrap it up here.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Yeah, we want the goal is that we have at least 40% in each category. And with that, I mean not category, but public opinion. That's what I want to.
Now as then.
Ooh, high energy lasers. That's a good question. Do we want to take it? So 40% public opinion at least in most of our countries, so that it's not super easy to do crackdowns or purchase right away. So is everything done now? only the settlement mining hub is missing. That's good. Let's see. High energy lasers. Yes. I want this one. Let's see if we can grab it. Wow, we already 109% here. That's really a lot. That's going to help us in the future significantly. This one is not too good.
Recon complete.
Here's what we
One
found.
attempt. Going up fast. And nobody else is pushing hard here. That's good. So we probably get a research slot at the beginning of next episode. Burkina Faso. Okay. We have to only make sure that we don't lose executive here. So that we can federate and then unify. Ooh. Where did... Ooh. Nice. We got... Finally, we got command orcs. Really nice. So this one... Oh, thank God. This is good. So we do currently have the problem that Marcio does not have the assault alien asset mission. This one allows us to fix this. So we can unassign these two here and then get this one in. And definitely protect, stabilize. We do have stabilize, protect. We don't need on this person because he is the one that needs protection. So we take serious solution here. And then our other person has the same problem that we don't have the assault alien asset on it. Probably going to find it eventually. Nice, so let's get rid of this one here. And then probably this one. And now we got a bit more command finally. That's exactly what we want. Apparently I do get lucky when recording. Oh, did I not scroll down? Apparently I didn't scroll down. Yeah, good. Jordan is also again fully under our control here. And we need to... Yeah, we should push it to a space program now as well to make a bit of boost for us, because we need to get away from our boost producing orcs. We do have... Let's see, here. So 7 boost is coming from this person here, from Verena. We need to get rid of it, but then we are down to 2.7 and we are eventually going to get into mining orcs, which will require us to have boost income. That's why I'm pushing a few nations in this direction. But ideally we get rid of this one. Maybe we can replace this one. But definitely this one here as well. And then this one, so 6 admin minimum, maybe 8 that we are going to free up for other stuff. For example, getting an economy spoils and income orc instead. Until we get mining orcs here, or more science income orcs, like CERN here. But CERN is relatively expensive and doesn't have too... The 10% energy research is not worth it. Yeah, so that's a lot of stuff we can get. How long is this one still cracked down? September. Wow. The long one. But good. So we had 1.9k science. Pretty decent for our situation. We're going to get high energy lasers most likely, because we already have around 15% here. Of a total of 20%. Yeah, 20% are done, 15 are by us, so that's good. And yeah. Everything has calmed down, and hopefully in the next episode we can therefore go and crack down on the alien admin. Let's see, who have they allied now? Oh, Belarus, whatever. Isn't Russia at war with them? Yeah, I want to say they are at war with Belarus here. But why are they not invading yet? That's weird. Probably eventually. Eventually they will do it. I just remember that there was a war declaration. So, let's go, before we wrap it up, one look into space here. The aliens have been expanding heavily in the belt, as we can see here, Ceres, Hesperia, Scylla, Themis, and probably more stuff to come. Jupiter has been heavily colonized, and the Neptune, Uranus as well by now. Let's see, do they already start building fleet? I don't think so, but let's see. Oh yeah, they are starting to build fleet. Oh boy. So we do have more stuff going on. Callisto, Gubini, Ariel, Goipneo, whatever. And so a lot of stuff is going on. We should probably check as well. Goipneo is their main... This one. Did not make a station there? Why? So do they start making new stuff? Yeah, there is a... Okay, it's a dreadnought only. Good for us. And then the main station here. Alien Station Able. Let's see. Yeah, there are no capital ships under construction. We would see it else. We would see it. So no new assault carriers or motherships under construction. That would be the next big thing we should expect. So, in general, we now have to crack the alien admin, and then we have to purge the agents from the Earth's surface. We have to expand into Africa and hold our space asset, which means we need to get into layered defense arrays. And we have to spread out in the asteroid belt so that we have not the dependency on one planet. And we of course need to get stuff in Earth orbit. So we are going to build as the last one, we are going to build a station. And we could go into the intermediate Earth orbit, for example, here. And build our shipyard there, which has certain benefits. We don't need to be in interface orbit, I think. Yeah, I have to... Let's see, so... Transfer planner. So if we go from... intermediate orbit to Leo 2... I don't know, 30, 15, 7.7 hours here. In comparison, we would go from Leo 1 here to here. It's roughly the same. So the idea behind this... Oh no, wait a second, no, we didn't change this one. 0.25 hours. The idea is that we have our fleet in a better defensible situation where we can deploy faster. The biggest problem in Leo orbit is always the times to get to a different station. So for example, if we start here in Sojourner Truth Station and then we want to go to Voltaire, in this case it will take only 3 hours, but it could be much longer if the stuff's not aligned properly. Yeah, 5 hours here, for example. I'm not sure. We could also go into medium Earth orbit. I'm going to check it out and read about it again, how the deployment times are. Because I really need to make sure that we have our fleet that we are going to construct able to defend all our stations, because we probably cannot afford to have layered defense arrays on all of our Earth stations. If that's not going to be possible, then we have to bite into this one. But I need to do a bit of research and then we can execute it in the next episode. So leave a like and subscribe, and see you then. And then we're going to build a shipyard and continue our space adventures here. Leave a like, see you!